let's say start with you, my friend. Let's see what's going on. Where are you? Okay, Basil, your mic is on.
Kalimera, good morning.
Morning, good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm doing just fine. So, you know what my business is. We do travel to Greece and we create all these trips and everything else. And we try to take care of our customers very, very well. But once in a while, we get to make a little extra money. In this particular case, we have a company that we work with that we book transfers with, and they pay us a commission. Now, I'm a little split on this because now they're a supplier, but yet they pay us a commission. What do I make them? Do I make them an account? Do I make them a supplier? Do I make them both?
Very good question. I think this is an account because he's paying you money, even though he's a supplier. But he's giving you a commission, right?
Correct.
I will show you what I did on our live system because we also have the same relationship. So let's say in our case, so part of our work in the, let's call it the YouTube community, some of the work is to try to help people with videos and questions. But there is a huge other area that I have a dedicated employee to find quality solutions for Zoho, because probably 50% of the complaints that we're getting is people that install different plugins and solutions and they got screwed up. So we're trying to make sense out of it. Now, I'm paying a salary for a person just to find good solutions. Someone needs to sponsor it. So whenever we find someone that we think it's a good solution, he's giving us a kickback if the users are getting the solution. And this is basically how we offset our expense. In our system, in order to follow everything, we created a new module. And this module, I think it's called referrals commissions. And we have here, of course, we have a lookup to the account. So we know who is the account that we are working with. We have here the contact, which is the lookup to the contact. For you, it will be your client. And we'll have, let me just separate all the crap so it will be easier to follow. Yeah, we don't need any of that. That will be the name. Okay. Okay, so you have the account, you have the contact. There is the service, because you might have right now only the transfers, but you might have later on different people. And also here with the transfer, maybe you have transfer, this is in Greece, but you will have also one in Italy if you will open in the future another area.
Israel.
Sure. So this is really where you put all the services. We have another section that we call it money. I know that you will be shocked, but most of the people that you refer business to, they don't want to pay you. I know that you're shocked. Everybody are very honest and transparent. I know, but this is where you track your money. So here, I'm just trying to remember what we have in our system. So here we have the creation date, and that's when the lead basically came in. We have here a pick list with the status, and that will be new, just arrived. And then we have purchased the solution. It's not purchase, is signed up. And we have here not going to happen. So we have those. And once a month, we're going over each one of the people that we're referring business to, and we want to see everything. Now, we did also one more thing. when someone is a new lead, 10 days after or 7 days after, we're sending the contact an email and we're saying, we referred you to, let's say, Ring.io. What is your experience with Ring.io? Because if people will not be happy, obviously we screwed up in finding the right vendor. So we also like to know the feedback from the clients, and based on that, we update our list all the time. We have a very small list. I think we have like 5 vendors that we work with and we're sending traffic to. But
and this is just a yes or no, or just a star rating. It's not a survey.
It's an email. I'm telling you, there is no automation here, because I have a dedicated person that is only reason to be in the company is to provide value to our subscribers and to know which vendors to work with. It sounds easy. You have like thousands of vendors out there. It sounds easy, but believe me, most of them are crap. They have like great videos and great presentations, but bottom line, they have or no support, or the integration is lacking, or their offering is not good. So most of the time it's crap. So for us, it's not really automatic, but for you, it can be automatic. It can be with a Zoho form, with stars. But I think when it's coming to customer service, I wouldn't do too much automation. It would be more manual and more personal, because otherwise it's defeating the purpose of customer service, right?
Right.
So this is, I think, can be a solution for you. And every time that you're closing a deal, you can log the referral here. It can basically be logged here, and then once a month you can follow with your transfer guy and see if you deserve to get a commission. Right? You can use in the workflow, let's say you click on close one, and the condition can be, if transfer is yes, create a record, because you can create a record from a workflow. I don't know if you know about it. It's relatively new. So let's do on create, whatever, all leads. And you see I have a create record. So you can choose which module you like to create the record on. And you can use here the number sign, and you can pull information from your opportunity and push it to the referral commission.
You just answered another question I was going to ask. So that's a good.
Is it? Look at that.
See, the amazing thing is, we spend an hour every week, and it's not my questions that are important. It's the questions and the answers that you give to all kinds of other problems that create a thought process that is really, really important. So even if the solution doesn't fit me, it creates another set of thoughts that are created in there. So I thank you and all the guys, the people that are on the call.
I can also tell you that by working with people in general, it's evolving my way of thought all the time. I always see myself as an empty cup. I know nothing. I'm the stupidest person in the room. And by doing that and getting feedback from people and different questions and problems and how they do it, I'm able to evolve my way of thinking all the time. So I do agree. It's awesome. It's very good to hear more people. Okay, my brother, I will talk to you unless you have more stuff for me.
No, just to finish up. So you create the new module. I'm sorry, we did the automation over here. You were doing a new what now? Just missed that. I started thinking about my stuff and I didn't let you finish.
No problem. So let's say that you have your deal. Whenever the deal is marked, let's say close one, at that moment, a workflow is going to be initiated, And if, let's say you have here a field name, transfer, yes, no, whatever, something that can trigger the workflow.
It creates a new record.
Correct. It will create your commission referral. And once a month, you can follow with your referral guy and tell him, okay, I sent you the Jones family. What's going on with them? Where is my commission? So you can go over with him one by one and get your money.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, my friend. As usual, I thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I watched the Canvas video last night, pretty late, but I found it interesting, very interesting. I still haven't been able to get to Canvas, but I'm going to write you an email to see if we can get this thing resolved. Because you
don't have it yet?
No, I went to the marketplace. I went to Zoho applications. I don't see it.
Give me a second. I will share here a link.
I know the link. Well, you can share it with everybody.
You know the link to add the canvas?
Let's take it.
Okay, so I just placed a link in the chat for everyone. This is how you can ask to be added to the canvas. And if after a few days you don't get it, just contact us, drop us an email, we'll help you get it. We'll do whatever we can. Again, we are not Zoho, but we will try to get you the canvas. It's awesome. You need to use it.
I know. Remember a couple of weeks ago, the woman was asking how she was going to set up her window, and I said, Canvas, but I haven't, I know the concept behind it. I just haven't been able to get it. That's okay. We'll figure it out.
It's awesome.
Again, thank you, my friend. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are waiting to answer your questions, to ask you questions.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
How are you, sir?
Good day to you. So I bought your CRM training course there Monday, I guess. Yeah, today's Wednesday. So yes, Monday. Fantastic program, my friend. Been following you for years on YouTube and took the deep dive and bought the program.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
But so my team, we're looking at transitioning from our current solution into Zoho Desk, in addition to CRM and the entire Zoho One suite. Do you happen to have a course for sale that outlines how to optimize Zoho Desk to work with CRM?
There is no course, and I don't think you need a course. Let me explain. The reason that we went with the Zoho CRM course and we invest so much time on it is because once you know Zoho Desk, you know the rest. If you will go, for example, to Zoho Desk, to the backend, you have your, let's say, the assignment rule, notifications, workflows, blueprint, macros. All that is exactly what you have in CRM. So if you learned it in the course, my friend, you got it. It's the same, it's identical. Now, there are small variations here that you don't have in Zoho CRM, but I can show you them right now. And I also have a video about it. And so this video, and let me share the link. Okay. So link number one for Zoho Desk, I'm just sharing with you right now. And the other one, this one. Okay.
I watched this one this morning and shared this to my team.
Okay, so this one, and I will share it with everyone else, this one will teach you about the automations. Now, of course that I can sell you a course, but there is no reason to. The main concept that you need to know with Zoho Desk, it's when emails coming to one of your mailboxes, support, info, whatever, or maybe to everyone. In my organization, we're getting emails to all no one is using mailboxes in our organization. None of the employees as a mailbox that is logging every time and watching his mailbox. Every email is being sent to a ticket system. The ticket system is where all the magic happens. So when the emails are being sent to, let's say, support at, it's being automatically forwarded using a rule on your mailbox, not related to Zoho Desk at all. It's being forwarded from your mailbox to Zoho Desk. And the forward will be to the department email. So you see, it's like a garbage email, support@testsystem.zohodesk.com. It's not a human-friendly email, but that's being used just to accept your emails. From the other side, when you want to send emails, 1 second, emails. You need to set up from emails that when you're sending emails, it will know where it's sending from, and it will ask you to authenticate your email, that you are really you. And you will also need to have here the DKIM, just so your emails will not go to spam. And this is where you do the DKIM authentication. Once this is done, you're 50% set up. And now the rest will be just small variations of what type of information you like to use. Ask me any question, I will be happy to help you. I don't think that you need a course for that.
Okay, no, that seems pretty straightforward, and we're still going through all the courses. Can I ask an additional question?
Sure.
So I'm going through the CRM course, and I've got the mail integration working. I've got the contacts and all that. Does Zoho CRM have any kind of a calendar that's native to itself? I saw your video on integrating Google Calendar, but we're using Zoho completely with the Zoho Calendar.
Yeah, good question. You have two calendars. One, you see here on the top, you have this calendar view. If you click on it and you click on any of them, it's not intuitive. It's not easy to figure it out. You need to click on one of those dates, and then you're getting to the calendar. And on the left side, if you want, you can watch all the users in your system, and you can, of course, check them. Here I have only one user, but if you have more, you can see the availability of all the users. You can basically from here change how it looks like. And this is basically the calendar view, which I think it's a good calendar, especially that you can watch everyone, all your organization if you want. And you can see in one shot what's going on. Usually people in the field, the management services or sales, the sales manager like to see what's going on. One more thing that you can do, you have the Zoho calendar, they just revamped it. And you can also work with the Zoho calendar and integrate it with your Zoho CRM. So those are your two options with Zoho.
Is there a document created or training on how to integrate this? Because right now I've got my calendar in Zoho Mail outlining my entire day-to-day, but if I go to the calendar in CRM, like for today, for instance, we're on this call right now, that's in my calendar in Zoho Mail, but in my CRM, it's blank.
So check it out. You have here the settings on the right side. And
sorry, your window's hiding the buttons you're trying to show here.
You don't see my window?
Your video icon is over the button you're trying to show.
Can you move it? I don't think that.
Oh yeah, that's on my end. Sorry, disregard.
Yeah, because I don't have it or anything. So you can see that you have your apps and you have your one. It's Zoho CRM.
Yes.
And you can click here and you can sync it. Now sometimes it's not really working. I got this complaint many times. Just connect with Zoho. Just from here, from the picture, click on chat with us and just tell them what's the problem and they will figure it out and give you the solution.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, I don't know why this integration is not flawless, but sometimes it's not working. That's it. That's the solution for that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello, how do I say your name? Is it correct? Is it Laverne?
It's Laverne.
Laverne, sorry. How are you today?
I am well, thank you. We're trying to do a custom calculation in Zoho CRM. We normally have been doing this in the past using Excel spreadsheets where we pull information either generally manually from two different sources, one being Zillow, the other being a data table that we have that has over 30,000 records. We want to automate this in Zoho CRM. So we've created, first of all, the layout for the information in accounts as well as in a custom module called properties. And that custom module needs a calculator to run. We're trying to figure out how do we initiate that calculation. And before we initiate the calculation, we do have a question, and it's in regards to that data table that I was referring to that has over 30,000 records. We can't figure out a way to get that reference data table into our solution. What would be the best way to get that data table in?
So let's create here a module just so I can understand more. And the calculation is being done from the account?
It is being done from properties, which is our custom module.
Very good. And that will be your 30K module, right?
No, the reference table that helps with one of the fields is the 30,000 records. And
the 30,000 records, are those a module or Excel?
Well, right now we created a module for it, but it seems like it's not allowing us to provide both references. So one reference is a zip code, the other reference is an index number. So
you will need to have a coder doing it. I'm just trying, I will give you the solution of what your coder needs to do.
Okay.
So it won't come to you with like $10,000 solution versus, a few hundreds.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say that you do have your 30K. What will be the fields here? You have your zip code, right?
Correct.
What else?
Nicole, I have Nicole on with me, and Nicole has helped me build this out. Nicole, do you mind sharing the additional fields?
Just the ones that you need to search on.
Okay.
So you said you have two, zip code, and what was the other one?
Let's call it HHI. HHI.
Okay. Okay, very good. So we have now two modules. One is the account the properties module. The second one, let's go to Draw.io. Every good solution starts with Draw.io. Good. So we have here the properties. And we have here the 30K. And we have Zillow, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do you have an API to Zillow?
We are building it still.
Building it. Okay. The concept is that you will have here some kind of a script. And there is a video that will be released. Today is Wednesday, probably end of week I will release it. And it's about the client script. This is what you will need.
Okay.
And when you will listen to the video, you will say, oh, I get it. The client script allows you, when you are on file, let's say you punch in the zip code. While you're punching the zip code on the page, it can go to Zillow, go to your 30K application module and grab information.
Okay.
So it can do the magic on the fly, which is something new for Zoho.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, so your properties while you enter the zip code, okay, here, it will send a webhook to Zillow, and it can also send a webhook to the 30K, to the 30K folder.
Got it.
And this is what you need. There is a formula field in Zoho CRM, but the formula field will not help you because it can pull information only from its own module. And you need to retrieve the information from an external module.
Okay.
Okay, so you will need to have a script that it's pulling the information. It's a small search function, nothing major, that's supposed to pull the information from the 30K, and the Zillow do some kind of a calculation, which in Zoho, very simple to do. And here you go, you have the solution. It's not supposed to be a difficult thing.
Okay. So here's the next step. And I'm wondering if this is also going to be a client script solution, because I'm not familiar with it. After the information gets calculated in that properties module, it should turn to like a different color or a specific field. Well, it'll highlight who does this match, or the type of category of who this matches. The challenge now on our end is in processing, how does this process work, is once it matches a certain type of user, we want it to kind of scan our accounts to see if there is an internal match as well.
You can do it. It's just an addition to this script. So
Okay.
let's say that it's very common, for example, for wealth managers. So let's say that I'm selling mortgages. When someone comes in and his score will be 400, there will be a different module that will include all the lenders that are okay with someone with 400 score.
Gotcha.
So number one, based on the C number, I'm pulling credit. Step number two, based on the credit, I am pulling the correct lenders from the module. It's exactly what you have here.
Okay.
Okay, and that's absolutely doable. It's it all depends on the level of integration that you have with Zillow. With the 30K, simple. It's all in Zoho. It's nothing. But it's with Zillow, if the integration is easy, then you should be good to go very fast. No problem at all.
Then I have just one last question, and this is in regards to the 30,000 records. We were told by Zoho that we were limited in regards to how much records we can have. Is there another way of doing this? Because we are trying to—
I don't know of a limit. 30,000 is nothing.
Oh, 30,000 records. I think that's it. Or 30,000.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, okay. No. 30,000 is the maximum per import.
Oh.
You can import 60 times. I have clients with millions of records.
Okay.
Zoho are running their system on Zoho, and Zoho have about 65 million users.
Oh, got it. I understand now.
You're not limited. Don't worry.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Lior, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sessions, thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, I've got a couple of questions. A very basic one right now. We've got CRM set up, but not completed yet. Just setting up books because we're just come to our year end, June 30th, and a few of the other ones. Going back to CRM, I still haven't got things linked up into our websites. I've got 2 of them. And I'm getting this notice that I need to validate domains. And I'm getting hung up because I have one host that's based here in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and we have someone working on the websites from Sydney, Australia, where my partner is. And I'm getting bounced back and forth on this. And I was wondering if you could give me a hand on it.
First of all, what's the problem? You're trying to authenticate the domain from Zoho One?
Yes,
So basically, if I go to domains, this is what you're trying to do?
yes.
Should take you 5 seconds.
Okay.
What's the problem?
It keeps, well, I get a notice coming up that says authenticate my website's endfirstplans.com. And I get something coming up called the SPF and then the DKIM, you call it.
Yeah, so it's not here. You're trying to do it from here for the email deliverability.
Right. I think that's what it is.
Okay. Now, the email deliverability, do you have access to your DNS server?
No, that's the issue. And that's in Sydney, Australia, and I keep asking them to do this, and I'm not sure they may know what they're doing here on it, which is unfortunate.
Without access to the DNS, you have nothing.
Okay, so I have to go back.
And just so you know, it's the more time goes, the more security requirements will be for emails. And if you don't have access to your DNS, your email goes to spam because you're claiming that you are you.
Yes.
But no one knows that you are you. You need to say, I have access to my DNS. I control my domain. This is me. And this is the only way to do it.
Okay. All right, I'll get on that with those folks. Another quick question. You've got web forms embedded in CRM, and then you have the app called Zoho Forms.
Yes.
Which one's better for me to use there's going to be several forms.
Zoho Forms.
Go with the forms?
Zoho Forms, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Zoho Forms, it's much better than the web forms. The web forms will be for people that do not have Zoho Forms or they don't want to learn a new software.
And I take it that I can design that form in Zoho Forms. And I heard in one of your previous sessions, at least with web form, I think you mentioned it, that you can send the HTML source code to the web developer and they can take that and make it pretty and all the other things. Can you do the same thing with forms?
Yes, you can do all that with the Zoho Forms. And if you have a little bit of money to spend, you have here a course step by step that's showing you everything, including how to optimize and share and put it on the website and whatever, and config that you won't go to spam and so on. So it's all here.
That looks like money to be well spent.
Small money, it's like $7.
Well, I think I gave you feedback. I think I made my money back in the first hour with your course. So
thank you.
Thrilled with it. Last question. We're a software development company that's just going to start coming into market September-ish. And we're international. We right now are going to be marketing into Canada, US, and Australia. And I've had a question about whether or not we stay with just Canadian fund pricing on the website or to go to US only and have everybody convert to US.
What is your home currency?
My home currency for the company is Canadian.
Good. So in Zoho CRM, you stay with the Canadian home currency.
Right.
But you can have more currencies. You can have USD, you can have any currency that you like.
Right.
Okay, now here you will need to have the conversion, whatever it is. And in Zoho Books, if you use your Zoho Books, you can also config multiple. Where, for example, our home currency is Canadian, but 95% of our work is in US dollar because it's around the world.
Yes.
So no problem at all. Zoho can support all that.
So, and we have Stripe for our payment gateway.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I take it that, and we're just, as I said, just setting up Zoho Books and doing that conversion. So I take it you could have, if an order comes in on our website and it's from Australia, they could pay in Australian dollars, and then that gets converted into Canadian dollars when it gets to our bank account. Is that correct?
If you want. Now, it's good that everybody will know when you're doing conversions, the credit card company is killing you.
Yep.
It's insane. Now, there is small thing that most people don't know. If you have Stripe, you can connect one Stripe account to two different bank accounts, one Canadian and one US. And automatically Stripe will distribute all the US funds to your US account, all the Canadian or non-US to the Canadian. And therefore you can save some money here.
Okay, I appreciate that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just to start off with, we're probably going to just simply stay in Canadian funds until we get the traction we need and the volume and all of that. But we'll stay simple.
Whatever works for you.
That's great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Hey, how are you?
Mr. Cody, how are you?
All right. Thanks for asking, buddy. Probably a really quick question to answer, and I'm not sure if you have a good solution for it, but I'm coming from a CRM that basically whenever you click on a lead or open up a deal or something, it loads in basically like a second or less.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've sort of experienced this, but I can't really research or figure out a solution for it. In Zoho CRM, sometimes that could be between 5 to 8, maybe 9 seconds. And it's just something that, I think it's the only complaint I have about the CRM.
Wow. Guys, please write in the chat if you face any problems or slowness, just say yes. If you don't have any slowness, click no, write no. I just like to see if more people have the same problem and I can take it to Zoho. So Chantel saying it's slow. Gurav. Yeah, so Cody, it looks like you're not alone in this thing.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not something that sort of just came up. It's not something that, I think is recent. I think just overall, it's how the system is. So I'm not sure if there is a solution for it, but I just wanted to kind of pick your brain and see if you had any ideas on it or maybe thoughts.
So for me, it's not slow, but I have a good machine. Like it's because my machine is for editing, so it's a very, very strong machine.
I see.
What I could think of, but it's not in your case. Sometimes people are in the wrong data center. So someone from the US will be on the EU data center, which is Zoho.eu, but it's not your case.
I see.
Let me open a ticket with Zoho and I just let you know what they say. I can't think of anything because I didn't hear too many complaints like that. Sometimes about a month ago, there was some outage in Zoho, and that's where we got lots of complaints about speed. But since then, I cannot recall, but I see that everybody shared the same problem. Let me take it to Zoho, and next week in the webinar, I will just present what they said.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that. That'd be really awesome. I think ultimately it's just one of those things where I think maybe we all feel it, but nobody's really saying anything, because when you Google like Zoho slow, you don't really get any overall incidents. It's just like very specific incidents.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm working with Laverne, with what she was talking about before with the 30,000 records and connecting it with Zillow to our module. So where I am so far on that is so I'm trying to essentially connect the postal codes field and the median HHI field within the same properties module. I was able to successfully create a lookup field for postal codes to retrieve data from the spreadsheet. Issue with importing the spreadsheets because it was only pulling data from the header rows. It wasn't pulling all the other cells and rows to be mapped as fields. So what I ended up having to do.
You mean the lookup can go to one field?
Okay, it can only, yes. So what I had to do was essentially make the layout with that one field and go in and essentially enter each postal code separately so it would pop up correctly in properties module. What I'm trying to figure out is how to automate the median HHI field based on whatever value is entered for postal codes. I'm basically wanting.
You will need to have a developer for it. Are
Okay.
you a developer?
I am in school for it currently, yes.
Okay, so if you're a developer, you need to create a script that is using the, again, I'm not trying to do coding in this channel because most people are just, they don't want to hear any of that. But you need to do a search, a script that is doing a search based on the postal code. It will just load all the information, or the HHI or any other field. There is no problem. It's just a search function in Zoho Deluge. That's it.
So create a script that will perform a search function in order to
based on any field that you like. It doesn't matter if it's the HHI or postal code or anything else. You can access any field, no problem.
And was this something that I will create through the workflow automation in CRM, or do I need to use create?
Yeah, for sure. It will be a workflow that's initiating a custom function.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hi, Lior. I have background noise, so if you don't mind, I could stay muted.
Sure.
Okay.
How can I help you today?
I just really had a question. If you could name the email service that you mentioned last week in reference to email deliverability.
Yeah, it's Zip2Mail.
Oh, it is the Zoho Zip2Mail?
Yeah, it used to be Transmail, but they changed the name. Yeah, Zip2Mail.
Okay. 'Cause I thought it was a third party. I thought it wasn't Zoho.
Yeah, same one.
Oh, okay, yeah, because that was the second part of the question. Have you ever heard of the Zip2Mail, and if you liked it?
They just changing the names. I don't know why. They do it for lots of different products from time to time. Marketing Hub became marketing automation, and mail Zip2Mail. And again, they like to do it from time to time.
Okay, and so this is the same one that it would spread out across your domain. You don't have to use a certain. You can anything that has your domain, it would recognize it.
No, you're probably talking about I forgot the name, 1 second. The email relay?
Yes.
No, it's not that. For the email relay, you can do any SMTP server, but we go
But
with
you mentioned one that you liked, and I thought I took a note, but I couldn't find the note. So
I don't like them. It's just
okay.
the only one that allows me to do cross domain.
Right.
But I don't like any of them. Auth SMTP allows me to configure one email, one domain, and every email under the domain will use the email relay. So that's why I'm going with them, not because I like them. With other SMTP solutions, when you define here your relay server, which basically the emails are being sent from a trusted source and not just Zoho campaigns or Zoho public IP like MailChimp and so on, they will configure here a single email address, and you are limited to that. So if Chantel is sending the email, Chantel and Josh, both of them will come from Chantel, which I think is defeating the purpose of being personalized. So this is why I'm going with Auth SMTP.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll schedule an appointment for you to just look over ours because we're getting sent to spam a lot, and I'd like to have it fixed. So
And the spam is from automations, I assume.
it can be from automations, it could be from just me personally sending an email from Zoho Mail, like across our Zoho suite, it's a
You have a
problem.
different problem, Chantel. You have a different problem. You can go to mxtoolbox.com. This is the one. Yeah, let me just paste it
Yeah,
also.
you told us that one time we went there, we did everything, and then it's still an issue. So I might just probably have you fix it because I don't know what the
You just
issue
need
is.
to figure out why you're going to spam, and there need to be some reason. It's or your DNS or your SPF or DKIM or something is off, or you're in the spam list. I don't think that will fix your problem, because you're saying that you're sending emails also privately and they're going to spam. That's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Privately, it's not supposed to go to spam. You have
Sometimes
problem with you do.
we send mail to each other and it go to spam in
No,
Zoho.
you have a much bigger problem. You have a much bigger problem. The auth SMTP will not save you, because you have a reputation problem for your domain.
Okay.
I assume that you're sending lots of cold calls, emails. I
No, we
assume,
don't.
maybe not. No,
We only send confirmations, like when people sign up for an event, we send them a confirmation. That's it.
yeah, I don't know, but it needs to be checked for sure, because it's not
Okay.
supposed to be like that.
Okay, well, I scheduled an appointment, so
Okay, I will
okay.
see you soon.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So sir, my question is that whenever my lead is converted to in a deal, I want that that data will be stored in my Workdrive with the client name. Can you tell me how can I do that?
Yeah, so you can do it using a Workdrive. Sorry, with
Okay.
Zoho Flow. When a lead is being converted, bottom line, it will be considered as a new deal. You're converting to a deal, I assume.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So whenever you convert, it's creating a new deal. And the workflow need to be basically on creation. Okay. And then here you will need to run a webhook, and the webhook will go to Zoho Flow. Okay. We have some videos about it, and we did it in a few sessions on YouTube. So you should have something there, but let me check if I have here a Workdrive flow that I can show you. Okay. So for you, whenever a deal is being created, and if you do it from Flow, you can even ignore the workflows in Zoho CRM. You just create it here, and that will create a workflow automatically for you on Zoho CRM. So here you will have when a deal is being created. You don't need also a decision because it will be for all the deals, I assume, right?
Yes.
Okay. You then create a new folder on Zoho Workdrive. Okay, and the only thing that you will need to specify is which folder you are going to create under. It might be clients, general, it's up to you. It's just a folder that you create and you just select it. Okay, the team you will have only one anyway.
Okay.
So we're good for this step?
Yes.
The next step, if you need to create a share for the client in terms that in case that the client's supposed to take action and upload something, you can create a share for the client. And the last thing, you want the URL of the Workdrive to be updated in your Zoho CRM record. And that will be pushed to the field of the Workdrive. Let me see where it is. Yeah, probably I removed it, but there should be here. You see, you have the Workdrive. You just need to load the URL to one of those fields in the CRM. So when a CRM deal is being created, it will create a new Workdrive folder, and then it will update the Workdrive folder link in your Zoho CRM. And then you have a cycle.
Okay. The link that
Excuse me?
whenever where can I pick the link in Zoho with Workdrive?
When you're executing the create folder,
Okay.
one of them will be the URL. You see?
Oh, yes.
You will just need to see which one is it.
Okay.
Okay, you have the display URL name. That might be that. The way that you can see it, if you go to the history after you run it once, let's run it for everything. I don't have your data, but here you will see exactly all the time that this ran, and you can also see the values. So you can see everything from the history pane. You just need to run it once, and then you can see it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. We'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.